I told you guys March 16th that this was going to give people time to think. Well, this fucking lockout, this next one, this last one, the one that got issued yesterday, this one broke me.
What part of it? Like, what about it?
My daughter's not going to be able to go to school. We got camp till August 12th. If they shut the whole city down, then we have no camp. And basically, we're only living here to do a podcast. There's no film. There's no TV. Not that that's what I'm interested in at all. At all am I interested in that. But I just see that we have to make a move. I don't know where. It's between Telluride, Austin, Texas. I mean, I've been thinking about a lot of places. I have a dear friends in RE, Colorado, and Gunnison, and it's fucking beautiful on the western slope. But Colorado's only going to go to school in September to teach their kids how to fucking do homeschooling. So that's the fucking situation I got. Listen, sometimes you guys got to hear my fucking problems too, all right? It's not all about you cocksuckers, okay? I come on here, I level my heart out for you. Sometimes I got to tell you what's going on here, just so you know the real fact about fucking what's going on here in California. I don't know how you're feeling. I talked to King Condom today. She's in Florida, you know. She said she did a couple gigs. It was nice to talk to her, you know.
That's one of the saddest things for me because
she was thinking of coming back here. She called me. Yeah. We've been playing phone tag, and I called her, and then today she picked up, and she goes, I want to know if you think it's worth it for me to come back to October, November. I go, I don't think nothing's going to be here for you. I think you're waiting. New York, like, you know, word on the street is the numbers are ticking back up in New Jersey. I don't know about New York. I haven't heard New York. I heard it's clean up in northern New York. They're going to open up a few schools, or they're going to try or something. I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on. I know that if I go to New York, I'm quarantined for 2 weeks. That I do know. So
as soon as you get there, you can't leave for 2 weeks?
No. You can't anywhere from Arizona, Texas, or Florida. When you go to New York, you got to quarantine yourself for 2 weeks.
Wow. That's good. I mean that's what you were talking about with Rogan about Jimmy in Korea. It's like these places that take it seriously and quarantine you. It's like did you see that NBA player who got in trouble, had to go back into quarantine because he got takeout food?
No.
he got food delivered to the bubble.
Listen, I tried to tell you guys that bubble for basketball, that's going to be very rough on them. That's going to be very, very rough on them.
But that's what we need.
My heart goes, no. We need sports to help the economy. We need sports entertainers. I mean, obviously, they're not shooting anything new. They haven't figured it out. But at the same time, you want safety.
Yeah.
Okay? You're putting a bunch of millionaires in a bubble. And I think their families are with them, or whoever they want them, they're with them. But besides that, they're in a bubble. Remember, it's a lot different, me traveling with you and playing with you, than me traveling with you, playing with you, and living with you. That creates a different type of environment. I don't know how many weeks it's going to be.
I think up to 4 months.
But it's going to be very fucking tough. So you mean to tell me, I don't know how many teams are in this bubble. You mean to tell me, as a smart American, that Zion Williamson, the rookie sensation, and I hate to put it this way, but I have to, just so you people understand where I'm coming from, you're going to look me in the eye and tell me that Zion Williamson isn't going to sneak out to get his dick sucked?
Yeah, it's hard to...
That's what you're telling me, that one of those NBA players doesn't have a dirty white chick waiting for him in Orlando, because that's a home of dirty white chicks. It's Orlando. That's a capital. Tons of dirty white chicks looking to suck dick
They
in
must
Orlando.
be flocking there if they knew all
It's a
the entire NBA is there.
Yeah, they must be flocking there. So think about it. And I'm not trying to be a wise ass. I'm not trying to crack stupid jokes. I'm just trying to be it from a logical perspective here. Do you really think these guys are going to stay in there every night? Have you played sports? Have you ever traveled with that sports team? No. The first thing you want to do as a kid is sneak out. When I played bitty basketball, all that shit, I heard stories of fucking those guys sneaking out and buying beers and getting caught and putting sleeping pills in the coach's milk. And, this is what you did. You snuck out. You're a kid. How am I not going to have a good time in a hotel room? This is what you do. So you mean to tell me, I don't know how many teams are there, but each one of these guys is going to play basketball and stay in.
And that's all they have to do is they have even less to do than we do.
That's it. They built amusements for them in there. There's shit for them to do in there, so they're not bored. I mean, we've all been in our homes for the last 4 months. How fucking bored are you?
We start organizing.
How fucking bored are most of you people that are fucking working from your house, living at your house, getting food delivered to your house? How fucking bored are you? At one point of the day, do you actually feel like crying sometimes? For me, it's 7 o'clock. Every night at 7 o'clock, I want to shed a tear. As soon as I hear the first key to dun, 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 Jeopardy, I just want to fucking put my hands between my head and hold them and cry. But I don't. I look up and I go, you know what? We're going to work this thing through. I feel terrible for America right now. There's people who are really fucking struggling. I know somebody who had a nervous breakdown last week, had to go to the hospital. I had a great lady, dear friend of mine. It's just too much. It's overwhelming. Another friend of mine, his mother-in-law had so much anxiety that she dehydrated. Something happens to your whatever levels of something. They had to rush her to the hospital to get like an IV because your whatever Gatorade fucking supplies. Electrolytes. Something was off in her body. So, this is what's going on with people. People are drinking more than ever.
Well, that's why it's interesting you talking about the kid earlier. I'm very lucky that the only person I have to worry about is myself. I can't imagine having the stress of just me, and then not only do I have to worry about my kid, but I have to teach her too. I have to be now I'm in school. Like on top
listen,
of all
I don't
this.
mind. I had to read a bunch of shit and reacquaintance myself.
But what if you had to work all day?
She's had a dog. There's parents right now that are banging their heads on a wall in America. There are parents right now that are banging their heads on a wall because who's going to watch these kids? You got 3 kids. You work and I work. How are we going to fucking do this? So my heart goes out to those people. There are parents right now that are going, holy fuck if my kid doesn't go back to school.